with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George about managing this season.
One thing I told Kawhi and PG this summer, like, we do got to approach the regular season in a different way. Like, we got to be, approach the regular season, like, let's be serious about it. Let's not wait to the playoffs because it matters. Like, who you get matched up with, have a home court advantage, not fighting the last 10 games of the season so we won't be in the play-in. So now you can get rest. Now you can get yourself together and be ready for the playoffs. And so they both understood that as well.
All right, the Kawhi and PG era for the Clippers definitely hasn't gone the way they've hoped, but when they both have been on the floor, the results have been good. The only problem, of course, has been availability. The Clippers have played 345 games since the duo joined the team in 2019, but have had both in the lineup at the same time for just 142 of those games. Now joining NBA Today, ESPN NBA reporter Ohm Youngmisuk. And Ohm, in this Paul George and Kawhi Leonard era for the Clippers, how does this upcoming season feel different than the previous four, if at all?
Cass, we are entering year 5. Can you believe it? Of the Kawhi Paul George era. It just seemed like it was a couple years ago when they made that announcement that they were going to get these two guys, and the earthquake shook throughout the West Coast. But they have not been able to live up to the expectations simply because of their health. And it's become a source of frustration within this organization at times. I remember there was a time when they both were out for a couple games, and I think it might have been like a 4 or 5 game stretch. They came back and practiced on a Friday, and on a Saturday afternoon, there was supposed to be a game December 3rd against Sacramento, 1 o'clock tip. I think the organization was excited to have their 2 stars back, and that morning, Ty Lue announced both of them were out. And I remember just frustration throughout the organization. I remember someone even saying to me, what are we doing? It feels like we're just throwing away games. And the Clippers have to get rid of that attitude. Yes, do they want to have their stars healthy come playoff time? Absolutely. But they saw what the Denver Nuggets did last year. They definitely took note of it. Lawrence Frank saw that they held on to the #1 seed for the entire season in the Western Conference. They don't want to be fighting for seeding at the end in the final 2 weeks or even trying to stay out of the play-in game. They need to take the regular season more seriously and also make sure their 2 stars are healthy.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.